I believe it was St. Augustine who said that the New Testament is hidden in the Old, and the Old is revealed in the New. Jesus sends out his disciples with only a walking stick and sandals. It's the same commission that God gave to the Israelites at the time of the Exodus. They were to take nothing with them for the journey. They were to trust in God's providence and power with them. And were to flee slavery under Pharaoh. The new Exodus in the New Testament is a fleeing of what is evil, the slavery to sin. And the disciples go out, and what do? They expel demons. They proclaim the truth, and they bring healing to those who are sick. What does it mean to be sick? It means out of sorts, not right, an ailment of some sort. Amos, the prophet, was sent by God to proclaim and point out the evils in his society. The other prophets were part of this silencing of opposing voices. They told him, get lost. Because in that situation, the prophets were paid by the king to tell the king what he wanted to hear. God sent Amos, not paid by the king, to tell them what God wanted him to hear. And he was rejected. It was all part of this silence generation or movement that we experience today in our own country. Notice that if you speak the truth today, there are forces that wish to silence the truth. The press used to be commissioned with investigative reporting and telling us the truth. Today, it's all very political. So much so that it's hard to know what the truth really is. And political correctness pushes an agenda to silence anyone who doesn't comply. But the problem is, the question is, who decides what should be allowed and what shouldn't be allowed? Human beings in power, not God. Did you notice that opening prayer was rather long? But I wonder sometimes if when we gather to worship, how many actually listen to what we're praying. O God, who show the light of your truth to those who go astray, so that they may return to the right path. Give all who, for the faith they profess, are accounted Christians, the grace to reject whatever is contrary to the name of Christ, and to strive after all that does it honor. That's what we prayed at the beginning of this Mass. And that is what what the disciples were sent to do. That is what Amos was sent to do. That is what you and I are sent to do by our baptism, to proclaim the truth and to live the truth, and not to be bullied into accepting lies. The devil is the prince of lies. Remember that the next time you repeat one. Remember that the next time you are tempted to lie. When we lie, we align ourselves with the devil. Jesus said, "I've come to testify to the truth, and the truth will set you free." So don't be duped by false compassion. There's a whole movement of political correctness that says we should be compassionate. And their explanation of this compassion is to say it's okay if you are in a state of sin. It's okay if you have a delusion. Why is it that we wouldn't say that on the physical level if a person had a heart condition? We wouldn't say, "Oh, that's okay. You really don't have a heart problem. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine." No, we'd say, "Listen, buddy, you have a heart problem and you need medication or exercise, or you got to eat right, you got to do what you need to do to fix this problem, or it's going to kill you." But why is it somehow it is compassionate if a person has a moral problem, or they have an emotional problem, or they have a psychological problem? And we say, "Oh, it's okay. You can think that. You can behave this way. It's okay. Because you want it to be, so it can be." That's not reality. That's not reality. That's not the truth. That's not a way to deal with mental illness, emotional illness, or moral illness. To say it's okay, and we'll all pretend that it's all right. It's not all right. And the proof that it's not all right is the suffering that it entails. So Jesus came to testify to the truth, and he was put to death for it. But it didn't stop him from proclaiming the truth. And you and I are called to live the truth, teach the truth, proclaim the truth. And we know we will suffer for it. But we are called to do it. So the next time you or I are tempted, out of fear, to live the lie, to consent to the lie, to be part of the charade, let's remember, when we embrace the lie, who we're following. It's not Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ is the truth the way, and the life. I believe in one God, Father Almighty,